The mainline series of Kirby games is not something I've visited since Kirby Super Star Ultra on Nintendo DS. As a self-proclaimed fan of the Kirby series, it's a shame that I've been gone so long. I've missed out on some pretty cool games like Return to Dreamland, Triple Deluxe, and Kirby Planet Robobot. But for whatever reason, I bought Kirby and the Rainbow Curse on the Wii U. Yeah. So when I saw that Kirby Star Allies was coming to Nintendo Switch, I decided that it was time for me to return to a series that I claim to love. But does this game live up to its superstar past? Grab your favorite food, bring a friend, and let's review. Dreamland is once again threatened by an intergalactic force, and it's up to Kirby and the denizens of the universe to stop them. Sporting beautiful visuals and a lovely soundtrack, Kirby is back to bring the fun and the cuteness. Kirby Star Allies is another entry in the mainline series of Kirby games playing very similarly to Kirby Super Star. Like Superstar, Kirby has the ability to turn enemies into allies. However, this time, Kirby can recruit up to 3 allies for 4-player action platforming fun. Unlike Return to Dreamland, instead of playing as another Kirby, Meta Knight, King Dedede, or Bandana D, players take control of enemies you befriend and inherit their abilities. But don't worry, Meta Knight, King Dedede, and Bandana D are all still playable. Star Allies also iterates on another mechanic from previous Kirby games by allowing you to combine abilities. There's a healthy amount of combinations available, from merely adding elements to your current ability to changing the way specific abilities behave and interact with different elements within a level. This gives players a diverse set of tools, which adds a lot of enjoyment to any situation you're dealt. I just wish there was a bit more variety in how the abilities combine. Some of the more unique combinations usually just result in a singular attack and not anything persistent. That being said, each ally is capable of combining abilities, allowing for a really diverse set of powers in your group at any given time. The allies are also extremely capable, almost as if you were playing with another person. Whenever you approach a puzzle that requires a certain ability, if you have an ally with that ability, they will jump in and get the job done. Though sometimes, I'll see an enemy with an ability I want, and they'll send them to Kirby Heck before I ever get a chance to press B. The combination of abilities seems more focused on puzzle solving to obtain collectible puzzle pieces that are used to create art for the gallery. These are drawn by developers and are a pretty cool reward. The variety in the art really shows. Most of the puzzles to obtain these collectibles are fairly simple in design and don't take a lot of thought. I'd personally advise turning off the hint system, something I didn't realize I could do, as in most cases, the game will just outright tell you the ability combination you need to solve the puzzle in the first place. By the time I was done with the game, I was only briefly stumped by one puzzle in my entire run, and I only missed 4 of the puzzle pieces in the game in my first casual run-through. But these puzzles are spaced out just enough that they offer a nice change in the gameplay loop that I enjoyed over and over again. There are also smaller puzzle pieces you collect constantly throughout the game, and are not bound to certain stages. You'll need more than you collect in the story mode, but these are available in the extra modes and offer great replay value. You and your allies can also utilize special formations called friend actions, wherever these specific platforms are found. There's only a few friend actions in the game, and they show up pretty infrequently overall. My favorite is probably the Friend Star, as it gives you the most direct control of all the friend actions. And the copy abilities you have actually change the projectile attack you use. In multiplayer, your friends can even independently aim and fire attacks on their own. It's really cool. So you probably heard, yes, this game is very easy, but it's meant to be that way. The game never tries too hard to challenge you, but rather serves as an experience that's meant to be fun and enjoyed with family and friends. This is not anything new for the Kirby series. The story mode only took me a little over 6 or 7 hours, and I only lost a handful of lives. You can unlock extra stages by finding switches hidden in the levels. These stages tend to be a touch more difficult. They also use classic Kirby game tracks, and that's an added plus for me. Despite the easier difficulty, the game offers more challenging post-game content that more experienced players will enjoy. One of those modes is an arena mode most Kirby and Smash Bros. Fans will be familiar with, now called the Ultimate Choice. This is a classic boss rush mode, but with an added twist. Before, the arena modes were usually a set challenge, but this time, you can select the difficulty you wish to play at. The higher you go, the more bosses you face, but the more rewards you collect. I've always been a fan of boss rush modes, and that's no different here. Playing this mode with friends is a blast. The game even keeps track of which powers you've completed it with, giving completionists yet another reason to go back and play more. Speaking of bosses, there's a decent amount available here, but I would have liked to see more. The game does repeat bosses in the second half, and that's a little disappointing. Not only that, the boss battles are always over really quickly. Having a full team of allies can destroy bosses in a matter of seconds. I personally feel that takes away from the moment. Kirby bosses have always felt more epic in scale to me because there's such a variety in what they're capable of. That experience is lost a little bit for how short the battles are. That being said, the final boss in Kirby Star Allies might be my favorite in the entire series. The other extra mode you unlock is Guest Star Allies. This allows you to play a remixed version of the game using only the allies or dream characters. Levels are chopped up and sewn back together in new ways while also mixing up enemy placement. While this is a neat idea on its own, it also adds a leveling system, allowing you to collect hearts that increase your attack, speed, and defense. It's fun and keeps the game going after you've beaten the story mode. There's also a couple mini-games available. They're not much different from what you'd expect in any other Kirby game. They're quick and fun in brief amounts. Kirby Star Allies is a beautiful, easygoing, fun-filled adventure that is best played with family and friends. If you have a friend or a loved one that isn't as skilled at games, this is a great game for them to jump in and have fun. If you're a solo player looking for a challenging, rigorous adventure that will test your soul, you won't find that here. I like Kirby Star Allies. I just wish there was a little bit more extra content and a little bit more extra challenge. This game is great and it's a natural evolution of Kirby Super Star, but I feel like they can take that even further with the next game, and I'd really like to see that happen. And after all of these years of being away, do I still love Kirby? Yes. Yes, I do. I want to thank you guys for watching the review. Remember to leave a like, and if you want to see what I've got coming out next, please subscribe. What's your favorite Kirby game, and why do you love Kirby? Tell me in the comments below. And with that, don't break your backs, breaking the games, but for now, break time's over.